So guys, I want to do this video so that I can clarify some subscribers who have been coming to me and asking this particular question for some time now. A lot of you guys want to know if you can move from North Cyprus to Canada. Yes, I want to say it is very possible you can move from North Cyprus to Canada if and only if you know the right routes to follow. Alright, first of all, if you are new, please do not forget to subscribe. Alright, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that when I upload the next one, you will be the first to watch. Normally I was not supposed to film this video, but I want you guys to know. First, remember I always told you that, for those of you who are new, if you didn't know, now Cyprus don't have a lot of, let me say, there are few diplomatic missions in North Cyprus, alright? Or let me say embassies and consulates. I think they should, if there are no new ones that just came in, there should be at least 7 missions in North Cyprus, which include that of the United States, Germany, Italy, Belgium, Denmark, and some more. I will be bringing the updates in a few days to come. Alright, so if you intend to move to Canada, first of all, from North Cyprus, the easiest way I will recommend for you is through studies. Alright, and now how do you move through studies? Or let me say, how do you leave North Cyprus to Canada via education? You need to look for a university in Canada. Alright, you apply, or a school in Canada, you apply for it. When you get the admissions, you now prepare yourself and apply for the student visa. First of all, let me let you know that there is no Canadian embassy in North Cyprus, okay? So you would not be able to apply for the visa from North Cyprus, alright? And because of this, you have to go to Turkey, alright? You have to go to Turkey to apply for the visa to move to Canada. And remember, like I said before, you have to apply for a university. That is the first step. Then, and when applying for Canadian schools, you need to pay an application fee. Alright, you look for your program, you pay an application fee, then they will assess your documents, probably a community college or a university. Then after that, you will get the acceptance offer. Then you now prepare yourself, you move to Turkey. First of all, how do you go to Turkey? From North Cyprus to Turkey as an international student, you need to apply for a a visa, alright? From North Cyprus to Turkey as an international, you need to apply for a visa, being it a tourist visa, a transit visa, or whichsoever. Then while in Istanbul or Ankara, you now apply for your Canadian visa at the following diplomatic missions, being it the Canadian consular or the embassy. Okay, then in Turkey, you are going to apply for your visa. Remember, there are documents you need to submit as well. Okay, you need to show your acceptance letter. That is the first part. Then you also need to show your proof of funds, and in most cases, a lot of international students have been having problems with this proof of funds for Canada. Alright, not only in Turkey but all over Africa or some Asian countries. Alright, if you really want to move to Canada, you need to consider your proof of funds. Alright, yeah, you really need to look into your proof of funds, because most times the embassy will be like, are you going to return to your home countries, and what are some of the proofs? Or do you have any proof or anything to show that you are going to be back in your home country after you finish your education? Alright, so you need to consider that. And also remember that Canadian schools are highly expensive, so if you are providing any bank statement or sponsorship, it should be very heavy. Alright, that is my advice for you. Remember, a part of the proof of funds, you need to also show a health insurance. Okay, you need to show a health insurance, and it should be at least 6 months plus. Also consider your passport. Again, in a foreign country, if you intend to apply for another visa to another country, let me say if your home country is Nigeria or Ghana or South Africa or Cameroon, and you intend to move to another country from North Cyprus, make sure your passport is at least 1 year to expiring date. Alright, so because if it's not 1 year, they might look at you as you may go, or you are just looking for means to escape. You understand? make your passport to be at least 1 year. Then apart of that, I think you will need to show some other documents like your educational certificates. If you have the international English language test score, or let me say the IELTS, or the TOEFL, or the SAT score, any of them, it is advantage you, okay? Advantage you, especially when you are applying for a program that needs these exams. Then, while in Turkey, remember, you are going from another country to apply for the visa. They will want you to prove a lot of things, all right? Sometimes they will even tell you that you don't have enough reasons that you are going to come back to your home country, but you have to understand that that is how some embassies are, all right? Some are pretty difficult to get, and nothing is easy in life to get, okay? So you just have to be strong and prepare yourself and know that you cannot move from North Cyprus directly to Canada, all right? Remember I said North Cyprus is not in Europe, all right? It's not a European country, so you must go from another country to your desired destination. You have to understand that. I am going to still talk about some people came asking me if they can apply for visas from South Cyprus. I will bring a video about that, all right? So you need to understand that. And again, before you even apply for the Canada, know that the Canadian embassy in Turkey, you will look for the destination or the location and go there and apply for the visa. But remember that sometimes it is advisable to pay part of your tuition fee before you start moving towards the embassy, all right? Because they will look at someone who has paid part of his or her tuition more reasonable than you who hasn't paid. Remember, Canadian schools are highly expensive, and in most of their schools they will even ask you to pay part of your tuition fee. Yes, they will ask you to pay part of your tuition fee. If you didn't know it now. Alright, so if you pay part of your tuition fee, it is advantage you because the consular or the consular official will be looking at your file to be a serious file. I hope you guys are getting me. Yeah, another thing I want you to lay emphasis on or to pay attention to is remember now is the COVID season. Okay, if you are making any decision, remember to put COVID-19 into consideration. Make sure you verify the embassy website or the consular website to know if there are COVID-19 restrictions, because some countries, or let me say some schools, will always want to follow the Ministry of Health of that particular country. You understand? So if the Canadian government says no, lectures is not going to start now, there is no way the embassy is going to give you a visa, all right? And all of these things you may find them on the embassy website or the consular website. Any of them, wheresoever, it depends on which you are applying for the visa, being it the consular or the embassy, all right? So verify COVID-19 restrictions to know if there are policies you need to follow or guidelines or things you need to know before you move to the Canadian embassy. I say so because I know this is one of the most, let me say, the strict. It is very strict, all right, when it comes to Canada, or the Canadian embassy and the American embassy. They are very strict when it comes to COVID-19, all right? So verify their rules and verify everything you need to know so that you can then make the right decision. And remember, put your cost. Let me say you must consider your cost as well, because remember you are applying for a visa from North Cyprus. That is the first thing. It's going to cost you money, all right? And remember, you are going through agencies to apply. Secondly, when you get the visa, you have to pay a flight to Turkey, being it Istanbul, Ankara, all right? That is still another cost. Then while in Turkey, you are going to lodge in a hotel. Then after that, you have to move back to North Cyprus, or you move straight to Canada. It depends on you, all right? So consider cost. Cost is very important, all right? Because if you do not draw conclusions before you start the process, it's going to be very detrimental to you, especially when you have the admissions and you are stranded because of finance, all right? So always consider your budget before you start anything that has to do with paperwork, all right? And again, like I said, make sure you know the documents you need Insurance, very important. Bank statement, very important. Supporting documents like properties, ownership of properties and stuff like that. All right, very important as well. So just pay attention to that. And like I said, there is no Canadian embassy in North Cyprus. All right, you must go to Turkey or a nearby country where you can apply for your student visa. Remember, I said I'm calling it student visa because it is the easiest to apply for. All right.